And it's the Bucco Triple Play. Don Sloan, Bill Phillips, and Rich Donnelly. If you don't know those guys, well, Bill Phillips, he won a College World Series at Miami as a pitcher, covered the Pirates for a long time as a Pittsburgh sportscaster, a lot of lean years, but he was there
we covered it back in the 90s.
With the Cueto gang.
He
was there. And back in
the
the 90s, dating herself.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of dating and being around a long time, Rich Donnelly, the professor, I was wrong the other day. How many years of professional baseball coaching do you have?
52.
52.
Yeah. Almost as old as you are.
And 30 in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I somebody said the other day I sold him short because I think I said 20 or 30.
I was kind of upset.
And he rolled his eyes at me. I'm like, man, I'm in trouble. I'm just a fan. I am old enough. I was thinking about this the other day. People always say, you remember where you were when Elvis died, Kennedy was shot, whatever. Do you know? I remember where I was when I got the word that Bob Prince and Nellie King were fired. I was in elementary school. I was about the 3rd grade, and I was in the bathroom, and the custodian came in, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, do you hear this?" So that's my memory. So
I was going to say, how in the world did you find out? In
the school.
There was no social media, the whole thing.
But I remember the Emlenton Elementary School. I was in there, and that's where it happened.
Did you have your transistor in your pocket?
No transistor.
Because I said if you were in class, you were probably cheating off somebody.
So anyhow, but no, my love for the Pirates, 79 World Series, and like I say, you remember the teams of the 70s. They had the lumber company. People forget too that. Heck, the one year they had Terry Forster and Rich Gossage in that bullpen.
Nasty.
Talk about was devastating. We talk now. We have bullpen problems, man. Look back at the
they had so many
teams they had
players in the 70s, 79 World Series. I remember watching that in Farmington, Connecticut, and grew up a Yankees fan because it was the first team I went and saw in person, and they were playing the Orioles, and I thought, I don't want the Orioles when I'm rooting for the Pirates. So I sat, rooted for the Pirates, and watched the whole thing. Stayed up way past bedtime to watch all those games. So it was great.
Yeah, and the weather at that series was absolutely awful. Awful. So anyhow, we've talked last show about the football mentality and people, oh my goodness, the sky's falling. They lost this game. They lost that game. Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people were sending me text messages the first night of the A series or the second night because we got blown out the first night. The second game, we're down 4-0 in the first. What do I get? We're done. This is over. This team stinks, so forth. They come back. Brandon Lau with the home run. The bullpen pitched great that night. They win. They come back the next night, bombs away, and that's a minor league ballpark, by the way, in Sacramento that they play in. But all of a sudden, this old roller coaster, we were here. Now we're back up again. There's some hope after taking 2 out of 3 from the A's. So how is your hope meter today?
Well, you know what? Baseball is the only game in the world of any sport that you play every day. So you're going to have that. You're going to have highs and lows, and the fans are going to get a little higher than the highs, and then they're going to get lowers than the lows. Like if they lose 5 in a row, the world's coming to an end. It's all over. If they win 6 in a row, oh, we got great camaraderie. We got this, we got that. So it's going to go up and down the whole year. That's why the games are over. The games in Sacramento are over. Get the eraser out, erase them, move on. We're going to Colorado.
Are you sure where though? Because we also got a message somebody put on the Facebook or one of the places. You called them the Oakland A's. They're not the Oakland A's. What are they? Well, are they the Sacramento A's? Are they the Oakland A's? Or are they the Las Vegas A's? Here's what I'm going to. I think
they're Philadelphia A's
or the Kansas City A's.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going with the Kansas City A's.
Yeah.
Go back there. That's the easiest
Kansas City A's, and you guys don't know. And their great pitcher was the guy named Burley Grimes. See, I'm old. I remember that stuff.
But to me, they'll always be the Oakland A's. Yeah. I mean, when I was young enough to watch them win those World Series titles,
3 in a row.
They were awesome. Sal Bando,
Charlie Finley, Reggie Jackson, the whole bunch.
They were loaded. Fingers, the whole from
John
Toronto.
Blue Moon Odom.
Oh,
Catfish Hunter.
How good was Catfish?
Catfish Hunter.
You know how many times I was Catfish Hunter in the backyard throwing the tennis
Oh,
ball
yeah.
up against the side of the apartment wall, going, okay, bottom of the ninth inning, 3-2 pitch.
That
Here
might
it comes. And I'd do his whole motion and
That
everything.
could arguably be the best team of all time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
they
mean,
were spectacular.
3 years in a row.
They had a lot of Hall of Famers on that
Gene
team.
Tennis.
Gene
Rudy.
Tennis, Sal Bando,
Yeah.
the swinging A's.
Claudio
yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On and on.
Burt Campaneris.
How about
Campaneris could play.
How about our hometown guy?
Yeah.
Raleigh Fingers.
Yeah.
Raleigh Fingers, Toronto,
So
Ohio.
one of the great ideas to get the wax out, put the mustache, because it instant
and
everybody knew he was.
And what really helped him, that mustache was getting guys out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because if you got a mustache, you
And
can't
don't
get nobody out.
Shave it.
Shave it.
Joe Rudy wasn't bad either.
Joe,
Oh,
they were
he was real
unbelievable.
good. They were loaded
Burt
every spot.
Campaneris.
Yeah.
There were, Gene Tennis from Portsmouth, Ohio, who played high school ball with Al Oliver.
Wow.
In fact, our Legion team.
Wait a minute. On the same team?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And one other one, Larry Heisel, who was a first-round draft pick. And,
They're all on the same team.
And Portsmouth and Steubenville Legion beat them 5-2. Ray Punkin Carter threw a 6-hitter and beat them down at Athens. And we were going to win the state. And to this day, when I see Al Oliver, he just shakes his head and go, how the hell did you guys beat us? We had three almost Hall of Famers on our team.
Well, that's baseball.
Yeah.
Jeff Brantley. We have
Right.
4 Major League All-Stars.
Don't matter.
Miami beat them. We didn't have anybody make the major leagues.
Don't matter.
I think that A's team too. Isn't that the team that had Charlie Finley? It was an Olympic sprinter, Herb Washington, and
Yeah.
all he did was
Yeah.
pinch
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
And he wasn't
never
really
stole
good
a
at
base.
that. Yeah.
I don't think he ever stole a base. He got picked off like 10 times
But
in a
Chuck
row.
Tanner did that to a degree too, because remember they ended up getting the guy that was the pinch runner
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Hopkins.
No,
Was it Hopkins?
Alexander wasn't his name Alexander?
Matt Alexander.
Matt Alexander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could run 109.3, but he couldn't steal
Yeah.
second.
He can't make
No.
that turn.
No.
I'm getting a second base. I got to turn.
No,
I
they
just need to run
They
straight.
were out in left field like a runaway hubcap.
Well,
Well, the great thing about Finley, though, and he changed the game. I mean,
Yeah.
you hear all the stories about he was just a curmudgeon. He was going to spend money. Hey, you guys, I want you to grow the beards. I want to put white shoes on.
How about the white shoes?
Yeah, the white shoes.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I remember
Every
every kid
kid
was,
wanted to
I
have
want
white shoes.
shoes. Let's go.
Yeah, you had kids going home at night with spray paint,
Mhm.
painting their shoes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But three in a row they
Reggie
won.
Jackson. I mean,
Reggie,
that team,
unbelievable.
And he
that
missed
team.
one World Series with a broken leg.
Yeah.
When he's,
Great-
they were
Great
loaded.
pitching.
Well, it's the concert season. A lot of people going to concerts and so forth. And when you
We will talk about the Pirates at some point.
when you go to concerts, you get like a concert tour. I really think that we need the Rich Donnelly reunion tour,
Okay.
because once again we continue. Rich has been everywhere, man. He's coached everywhere. But the last two teams that you used to coach for, we dropped 2 out of 3 to the Dodgers. We dropped 2 out of 3 to the Marlins. But the Rich Donnelly reunion tour continues because we go to Colorado for the Rockies and the Mariners. So we better get this reunion back, make the food better at the reunion. But you coach for the Rockies. You played minor league ball in Denver. You were a manager there. You were a coach there. And the best story about you in Denver, the people that I run into say when you're in high school, you hit like 190, but somehow you hit 260 or 270 as a minor leaguer in Denver. What makes it so even Rich Donnelly can hit in Denver?
Well, at the old field, Mile High Stadium. Was
No, he's not. He's
was-
not denying
was
that
very-
his high school batting average.
Well, I
was
did hit
awful.
190 in high school, but I heard about this Mile High stuff out
Yeah.
there and the ball
Mhm.
carries and everything. But when I got out there, we played at Mile High Stadium, enormous ballpark. Ball carried like you can't believe it. Like fly balls, guys were misjudging them by 5 and 10 feet. Then they go over to Coors Field. And I always remember we had a minor league team there in Denver, AAA, and we always said, if they ever have a big league team in here, it's going to be criminal what they're going to
Mhm.
do offensively. And if you go to Coors Field, oh, brother, it's unbelievable. Guys fly balls. Guys are going, I got it. And ball ends up in the third row. And I don't know. It's Mile High. The ball carries. That's all I can say. I never believed it until I got there. But the other thing that you're going to have to watch this weekend, how big and spacious Coors Field is. It's enormous. And you really need 4 outfielders. You really do. It's so big out there. So it's these hitters, when the game tomorrow night, the hitters will be there at noon.
Mhm.
They'll be there at noon ready to go. because they're going, hey, man, I could get 2 or 3 a night here, get my batting average up 10, 15 points, get some dingers, do that. In fact, the mascot, you don't know this, the mascot for the Rockies, what's his name? Dinger.
Dinger, yeah.
Dinger, because there's so many dingers. That's what the ball players call home runs, dingers. So it's going to be, it should be a lot of runs scored.
It should be tailor-made for the Pirates. Pirates swinging the bats, hitting a long ball, playing very well offensively right now. The Rockies, the worst team in Major League Baseball, their pitching staff is atrocious. Let's be honest. They probably should go out there. They need to get a sweep there.
Yeah, you need, like I say, playing in Denver, we used to try to, I've had all kind of ways. They said, you got to do this, you got to do that. No. What you got to do is make sure you have enough pitching to get through the series without getting decimated.
Well, what's Don and Kelly have to do to make sure that happens?
Well, I think one of the things, you can't overreact to a guy giving up 5 runs in the first inning. Because if you do, you're going to use 5 pitchers, 6 pitchers. Then the next night, same thing. Let your pitchers, as long as they're healthy, they're going to have to take a bullet once in a while. Give up 5 or 6.
Sorry about your earned run average, but you got to sacrifice.
You got to sacrifice. I can't take you out of the game. So patience, because you're going to see hit after hit after hit, and you're going to go, okay, you ain't got it tonight. Then you bring in you, and you're worse. Now, you're worse.
Look at him.
Wow.
Yeah, well, he was a pitcher.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful on how you handle this bullpen. Back in the day, Tony La Russa, the great manager, when he managed the Cardinals, he brought 2 pitchers from AAA, and he put him at the hotel. And he said, just stay there because I might need you tomorrow. I can't wait till you fly out from Louisville. I want you right here because it can. I've seen games there where 20 runs are no problem. So you got to be careful.
Let me ask you this. You talk about taking a bullet for the team. Will Kelly go and talk to the starters or have the pitching coach say, okay, hey, I need you to go 5. I need, and if you've given up 7 runs and, you're feeling like you're taking a pounding, I still need you to go 5.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea because this is a different place, and it's proven. The average run scored there like 8 or 9.
Well, didn't they just score 23 there?
Yeah,
or
but I've seen games in Denver where it's like 20-19, and if you start taking out your starting pitching after that first or second inning, you're going to use 7 pitchers. You got a game tomorrow.
They still have the humidor that they soak. They put the balls in.
See, when I was there, they didn't have that. Now they use the humidor. They put the balls in the humidor so they won't carry as much. Okay, big deal. Yeah. They're still scoring 8 or 9 runs a game.
And once they're outside for a couple hours, those balls are.
They've tried everything, every possible thing, and some pitchers can't pitch there.
It gets in their head.
The great Darryl Cow, God rest his soul, we had him as a starting pitcher. We had to get him out of here. We traded him to St. Louis. Well, do you know when St. Louis came to town, he didn't pitch because he knew he couldn't get out of the first inning. So this is going to be fun to watch to see if the Pirates can score. They're going to have to score 7 or 8 runs a game to win. I don't believe there's going to be any shutouts.
But at least they can do that this year. At least we've got a team that can go out there and hit the ball.
They're 4th in the league in hitting. Colorado is last. Their ERA, their total ERA is 5.9, which means they've given up 7 or 8 runs a lot during the year. Pirates are 4th in hitting in the league. I'm going to be shocked if the Pirates can't put up some crooked numbers out there.
Now, I'll be shocked too, but these are the conversations where I go, oh, here we go. Now they're going to go out there and not score runs.
Shut out. Yeah.
It's set.
But if you're going to be serious though, if you're really going to try to make a run at this thing,
you got to sweep.
You got to go out. You got to go out there and sweep. You got to go out there and win.
One more thing, Bill, to your point about the pitching, because of the mile high, the ball doesn't break as much as it usually does back in Pittsburgh and St. Louis.
There's not that friction.
The grips on a ball, you're going to see the pitchers changing balls a lot because they're too slick out there. There's no humidity. You don't even sweat. You could play 9 innings. You don't even need to take a shower. Well, you do, but the players don't.
And we talked about this before, but don't get fooled by garbage time stats. And what I mean by that, they just played in a minor league stadium in Sacramento. That thing was a bandbox. Okay, Marcell Ozuna had a home run and a single the last game, but it was like 7-1 or something when that happened. Santana, Okay.
Mhm.
In the first game, the third game, inning pitched in each game, 2 strikeouts in each inning.
Yeah.
The one game they were way behind,
Mhm.
and the one game they were way ahead. We just can't make the mistake of, hey, Santana's back, and all of a sudden we put him in a high leverage situation, because we're going to be a score, but our bullpen, we're going to give up some runs.
Yeah, Hump used to say there's pitchers that, like you say, when it's 12-2, man, they shutting everybody out. But when the score's 1-1 in the ninth, their lips are quivering.
You want your dog.
They can't
You want your
even
dogs
pitch.
in there.
Yeah, because look at stats, but look when they got them.
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing that I will say for a guy like Ozuna, a guy like Santana. I don't care where you're playing. You're playing in the wiffle ball field in Toronto. Here's the deal. If you go out and you get 2 or 3 hits, you drive in some runs, all of a sudden you're struggling, you're off the rails, but you get back on the rails because maybe you went and played in that ballpark. But that hitter's he's not remembering, that wasn't in Yankee Stadium. This was in a minor league ballpark. Doesn't make a difference to that player. Doesn't make a difference to the pitcher. Hey, I've got my confidence back. I've got my mojo. Now, maybe you don't put him in the high leverage one, but if there's a spot where you're like, okay, he's been pitching well.
Because he got the message. I mean, they both got the message. I mean, because they've been sitting in Ozuna. That's the first game he played in a while. Yep. If he could get hot, I mean, that is the key to get this season going. He's got 6 home runs, but if he could get hot, that would be great.
And this is a place like a guy like Ozuna or Henry Davis. They could get hot over the weekend. All of a sudden, like you said, they think they're a good hitter. Yeah. And then they go back to Pittsburgh or Cincinnati or wherever.
They
got their confidence back. Yep. This I'm telling you, this part can give you confidence.
Yep. And the thing about confidence, and I'll refer to Coach Cower, but he used to talk, he goes, it's such a fragile thing at the professional level. So that doesn't matter if it's football, baseball, basketball, hockey, whatever the professional level is. If you have that confidence and you believe in yourself, it makes a world of difference. If there's even just the slightest, I don't know, I'm not feeling it right now, you can put yourself in trouble. But if you have that confidence, it's a huge thing.
Well, one thing too, I like seeing with Ozuna. Okay, he's a positive influence in that locker room and that dugout. Sometimes you see a veteran that was outstanding before they came here and they struggle and they become a problem. And that's definitely not the issue with Ozuna. Now, let's talk about that bullpen. Are we tired of why does Carmen Mlodzinski have to pitch in relief of Jarrett Jones every time? Can we drop that experiment? I mean, we're throwing out a bunch of guys named Joe in games that are tight because we're saving Mlodzinski to come in and pitch after Jones. It hasn't worked. Mlodzinski's not pitched well the last 2 games, and we're pitching him when we were down big the other night. Can we stop that?
Well, I don't know if we're going to stop it because we're going to use all our bullpen in this 3-game series. Now, these guys, sometimes pitchers, you guys, you think you're really good. You think you're really good. All of a sudden, the manager calls your bluff and says, hey, Bill, you're in the game. Yep. I am now? Yeah, now. Yeah. Well, all these pitchers that, I'm pretty good. I'm this. They're going to get their chance this weekend. And it's time for the bullpen. We talk about a splash at a trade. Yeah. It's time for the bullpen to step up and help this team get over the hump.
But you don't want to waste Mlodzinski when you're already down 5-1 in a game, and he blows through 4 innings in a game that then he ended up giving up 6 or 7 runs also in relief.
Well, I'd ask Rich this: is it possible? I believe it is, that a manager, a pitching coach, can get in a rut, and maybe not rut. Maybe a rut's not the right way to put it. But they get in a pattern. It's like, in football, we don't want to run the same play on 3rd down all the time because we'll figure it out. Well, is Kelly in a rut with Mlodzinski? And okay, I'm going to put him in after Jones. I'm going to put him, can that happen?
Well, my thing is in coaching, and Jim and I, we talk about this all the time. If something isn't working, I don't know if my change is going to help you, but I know one thing: if we don't change, it's not going to help. Yeah. So I would be, if I was a Pirates, the pitching coaches, Don Kelly, if something isn't working out there the way they're doing it, let's change and try something else, because this way, so far, it's not working. We're not 20 games over 500. We're right at 500. The bullpen's getting waxed. This, piggyback and opener and closer and all this stuff, not quite working the way we thought. So maybe we ought to go in another direction, and maybe this is the place to do it in, because you're going to get a chance to use, if you have 7 pitchers in a bullpen, they're going to pitch a lot this series.
Yeah, it's just they're keeping him on that just as if he was a starter every fifth day, and it's just combat with Jones. And I don't think that's the best way to use him.
No, if he's going to be in the bullpen, you can get used any day, anytime if your arms are good to go.
He could be electric and get them out of a tough inning.
And Don, when you're using an opener, if your opener isn't good, then you won't need a closer.
That's true.
There you go.
There's the curtain's coming down.
The opener's no good unless you have unless he opens.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about trades and trade possibilities. We've said it half a dozen times on this show. I think Aroldis Chapman with the Red Sox is a guy they need to go after. We need a setup man. We need another man in the back end of that bullpen. He's lefty, throws hard. He's played in Pittsburgh. We know what we'd be getting. He knows what, coming here, what it would be like. But there's going to be a lot of people after him.
Absolutely. You have to know that Pirates aren't the only team going to go after him. Can they afford him? I don't know. I was thinking the other day on my 3-up, I had a pitcher who pitched for me. And this guy's 36 years old, but he got 17 saves. He's a multi-inning pitcher, Paul Sewald. I'm saying don't have to be him, and maybe a guy like him that's not making 15, 20 million a year. Paul's 18 saves on a mediocre team, blah, blah, blah. To me, that's the kind of guy you go after he can give you 2 to 3 innings. Plus, he's done it before. They're not going to bring up a guy from AA or AAA that's never pitched in the big leagues. A guy like him, he's pitched here 15 years. He knows the ropes. That's the kind of guy I think you got to go after.
He's got a track record.
Right. I obviously the bullpen, I still think too, unless Ozuna somehow picks things up, a right-handed power hitter, because this lineup is so lefty heavy that it just lefties shoot them down. But that's what we have to say. What are YINZ saying?
YINZ, what'd you say, YINZ?
And we had Greg Brown on the other day and talked about trades and the trade deadline and what we could do. I don't think we can afford to wait to the trade deadline. I think we got to make a move soon.
I walked by Don's office the other day. He was, hey, we can't wait for the trade deadline. We need to do this now. And I was I'm just trying to get to lunch.
I go up and down with this team on a daily basis. But enough about us. What are YINZ saying? Well, let's start with Keith Whipke. Now, how about this? This is who he wants to trade.
Okay.
Paul Skeens is the trade.
All right.
I don't know any other team in baseball that could lose 6 in a row with him on the mound. It has always been a matter of time. We should get 2 or 3 starters in return. That is instant offense, not just every 5th day. Then he says, I think he will look great in Dodger blue. So there you go. Paul Skeens.
The only thing that would be difficult, I think other teams would line up to get him. Who has the 3 or 4 guys that you're going to get in a trade that you can insert into your lineup, or they're the top prospects? I mean, what are you going for? I need 2 major league ready guys and the top prospect and cash consideration. I mean,
the last time we made a trade with the Yankees, we gave them a closer in David Bednar, and we got a AAA catcher.
Yeah.
You have to make sure in your trade, I think, we talked about it has to be good for both teams. But if I'm the team that has to make the trade, whatever trade I make, when that day is over, I have to be a better team. And if we are a better team, I don't care who they trade. If we're a better team,
so you'd have no problem trading Paul Skeens if they got the right package back.
If we think we're a better team, I got no problem trading anybody.
I agree with that too, because the thing is, chances are he comes to the end of his contract.
Johnny Mathis,
he is going to be on his way out of town.
Chances are,
that's good.
That's good too.
Yeah.
That is good
okay,
too.
Anthony
Skeens pretty good picture.
Anthony Benedetto trade and he puts Cruz. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 9 strikeouts. So
Special K.
Trade Cruz with all his strikeouts for some bullpen help. O'Neill Cruz, and we mentioned this before, is he a guy that you would be willing to trade?
Yeah. The one thing I would like to see is him come back if he's healthy, if he starts and he's hitting the way he was. Because okay, maybe you keep him, but if you can go and get a prospect, you have, like Rich said, you have to be able to make the team better. So if you just go out and fire off a trade and it doesn't work out because he's been playing pretty well, you need to make sure that's good.
Like my dear friend A.T. Lowry Toyota in Arlington, Texas, told me one time, if we're going to sell a used car, you have to have somebody that wants a used car. So in this case, Who wants O'Neal Cruz? Are the phones ringing off the hook? Hey, can you trade me O'Neal Cruz? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know.
Oh,
that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think his upside is so high.
I think somebody would take him, but you don't know. But
And then what are they willing to give up?
Yeah,
for?
right.
But if you have the right team, I mean, you hate to say it, with his arm, his speed, and everything, could probably be a pretty good DH. Okay, for one thing. So there's the immense value there, but there's value with Henry Davis too. And what I'm getting at, the catchers get banged up so much. I mean, the Braves over the years have had all kinds of issues with catchers and so forth. If you're a good team, okay, that needs, you've already got the bats, you can hit and you can score, but a good defensive catcher could be a game changer for you. It could be Davis. Now, if you're worried about upsetting Skeens, I think Joey Bart's pretty doggone good too as a defensive catcher, because Bart's coming off the DL. Andy Rodriguez isn't going anywhere. So Bart or somebody's getting moved.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think Skeens has a problem pitching. I think he's found someone he's comfortable with, but I don't, Rich could go back there. You could go back there. I could go back there. He'd have a much better chance than the two of us.
Well, he is a former catcher.
Yeah, exactly. Professional.
All your great pitchers, all of them. Greg Maddux comes to mind.
Steve Carlton, Tim McCarver.
No, what? Yeah. But they all got traded and continued to be successful with other catchers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's not a big deal. My thing would be, which team, as you just said, is calling up to get Davis. Yeah. He has improved, but is he good enough to get something in return that you really need?
You know what? Here's what I do. Here's our three guys. Who do you want? I'd hate to give up Andy Rodriguez, but you got Rodriguez, Davis, and Bart. This is the bullpen pitcher we want. Who would you give us for that? And there are teams out there that need catchers.
And we got to be better after that trade's made.
Yeah, because Flores showed that if they were in a pinch, he can come up and play.
Here's a question I have to both of you.
Yeah.
Are we in the pennant race right now?
Yes.
Yes. So what do you do at the trade deadline? You add. You don't subtract. You go for it.
Yep.
I've been in baseball a long time, and I'm telling you what.
Well, we're a month out. We're a month out, Rich. And if we don't do something, we might not be there at the trade deadline.
It's hard. It's unbelievably hard to win a division. It's hard to get the wild card. You only get so many certain chances. Yep. Look at the Mets. They thought they had a chance every year. Look where they are. They're 12 games out of first place with a $300 million payroll. But when you get the chance, we'll see. We'll see here coming up. Hopefully, like you said, they don't have to wait till the deadline. There's no rule you got to wait. You can do it now. But if you don't go after and try to make your team better and make the splash now, say, oh, we're going to ride it out. You ride it out, you end up not making it. No, when you're close, you go get that guy. When we were in LA, we had a great team. We needed a starting pitcher. We traded. We got Greg Maddux. Boom, we won a division. When I was with the Pirates here, Jim says, I think if we get a starting pitcher and maybe an outfielder, we can go a long way. We traded Tony Pena. We got Mike Dunn. We got Andy Van Slyke.
And a catcher named Mike LaValliere.
And Mike LaValliere. And we went for it.
And you had a year where you got Zane Smith, too.
And same thing with Zane. Yep. Zane could beat the Mets. The Mets were all left-handed. We went and got a guy who could beat the Mets. Guess what? We won the division. When you get a chance, it makes me mad when teams don't go for it. They go, we're going to wait and see. No, wait and see hell. You only get so many chances to win to get in the playoffs. Once we're in the playoffs, if you put us in the playoffs right now, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Not
absolutely.
that we have a great team.
You've got a shot.
I like our pitching.
Shot.
Okay. We think we're okay. Let's be better than okay.
And here's the thing with trying to make a trade now. There are going to be teams that have players that the Pirates may want or vice versa. It's like negotiations and anything. Closer you get to that deadline, the more pressure's on everybody. Maybe I can get a little bit more. Here's the deal. I think the Pirates, if they're going to make a deal, make a splash, they're going to have to make a big splash. Okay, we're making our move. Chips are all going in. These are the guys we're trading. We want to get someone back before the trade deadline, so we're not stacked up against the Dodgers looking at the same guy.
And it could be when you look at the minors, could it be like a lefty like Hunter Bucco? Hunter Bucco could probably get some value.
And they talk about chemistry in the clubhouse. You want to get chemistry in the clubhouse, you make a blockbuster deal that makes your team better. Wow. Everybody, whoa. But it works the other way too. if you trade your stud and don't get anything back, you go, oh, here we go again.
But the two trades that come to mind right away for me, Bird, he comes in,
Bird, yep.
has a huge impact. Archer, you thought he was going to have a huge impact, didn't.
And they got Justin Morneau the year they got Bird too.
So
they were very aggressive.
I mean,
you got Steve Buchel the one year.
We're in the middle of June, and we're what, 1 or 2 games out of the wild card?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's the thing too. I don't think we're catching the Brewers. Like, obviously, you want to win the division. I don't think that's going to happen.
And there's other teams in front of us.
I'm not.
Who let the little cloud of rain come into the
No,
room?
no. I'm not done.
Doing?
I haven't finished yet. But
Okay.
Here's the thing: we're not catching the Brewers. I'm also not going to be happy. Oh, we had a winning season. We got to be in the postseason in some way, shape, or form. I'm not going to settle for that.
It is
but
professional sports.
What we need is that top wild card, because that top wild card team, and the first 2 division winners are going to bye. The next division winner hosts a 3-game series and the top wild card.
Yep.
We got to be shooting not the third wild card, the top wild card. You're not going to do that unless you make an addition to this team, because all of a sudden with our pitching a 3-game series at PNC Park, I think we could win that.
Jim used to say it all the time. You see these teams that they were down and all of a sudden they're moving up, like the White Sox this year. Like the Rays.
Yeah.
Some teams, when they get a little closer, they're afraid to win.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, we got to make a big deal. Oh, yeah, you're close. Hey, they've played what, 70-some games already? More than that? You are right there.
Yeah.
You are right there. Not with a great team. You still have weaknesses, but you're right there with weaknesses. Fill those weaknesses and let's go do it. And then if you miss, you miss. But you ain't going to get so many shots at this, because things happen. People get traded. You never know what's going to happen. You're close in a 5-game series with us. I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of team we got.
Well, we know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen right now. It's going to be Bill is going to be talking about.
I was getting itchy.
Our sponsors.
I know. I said I'm getting rain for it's wet.
Yeah,
for
the rain cloud came in there
cloud.
for a second. I don't know what Don was doing over there. I don't know. All right. Laudamus Communications and Security, Pirates fans, protect what matters most with Laudamus Communications and Security. From homes to businesses, their managed security systems are monitored 24/7 and built with cutting-edge technology, giving you control, confidence, and even instant lockdown when it matters most. Laudamus Communications and Security, always connected, always protected. Just Right Home Care. Just Right Home Care. We are hiring. Competitive wages, flexible hours, and paid travel expenses. Join our team of reliable and friendly caregivers by applying in person at 2197 National Road, Wheeling, or calling 304-233-1414 to set up an interview. National Gold and Silver Refinery, Holiday Inn, Weirton, West Virginia. Gold is trading around $5,000 an ounce. Now is the time to sell your gold. Due to popular demand, the National Gold and Silver Refinery at the Holiday Inn in Weirton, West Virginia, has expanded hours, open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Fridays until 4 p.m. Get top dollar in cash from the team you can trust.
And our story today comes from one of our announcers, Greg Brown, who we interviewed last week, and a story about his partner, John the Rock Wehner. But I want to tell a couple stories about our buddy, your buddy, who you work with, Rock Wehner, John Wehner. And this tells about Hump and the way he treated certain players. At the end of spring training every year, when it gets down the last week, he tells me to go get the guys that he's going to send down, and I got to go get him. Hey, Don, you got to go see the Humper.
Kevin Young called that the walk of power.
They call it the walk of power. I don't know what the hell that meant.
Or the Grim Reaper.
House, and I go,
Grim Reaper.
Hey, Brownie, Humper wants to see you. And they go, oh, the Grim Reaper, yeah. So Hump says, go get Rock. We call Johnny Rock, Wehner Rock. He said, go get Rock. I said, hey, Rock. And Rock would he didn't hear me. I said, Rock, Hump wants to see you. He put his head down. Now you got a picture of Rock. He walks into Jim's office, got his head down. He sits down behind Jim's desk, got his head down like this. And he goes, I know. I'm probably going down. And Jim goes, Rock, let me tell you something, buddy. He goes, you can't hit. You can't field. You got no power, but you're on my team. And Rock didn't know what to say. But that's the kind of guy that Jim loved. He loved a guy like Rock, who was a bench player, just played his butt off, could play 4 or 5 different positions, didn't have to be a great player. And if you notice, in all of Hump's bench players, they weren't stars. Gary Varsho, Cangelosi, guys like that, Dave Clark, Lord McClendon.
Craig Counsell.
They fit into the puzzle. And then we were getting ready to fly to Pittsburgh, and we go to the airport there, and the coaches sit in the front, like first class, and the players get on. Well, here comes the player. Here come Bonzi, Van Slyke, and here comes old Rock straggling in. And Jim goes, Rock, come here. He goes, yes, Skip. He goes, hurry up and get in the back of the plane before the general manager knows you're on the team. And Rock, here he goes to the back. And then the other one with Rock, we're on the bench one night, and Rock's way down at the end of the bench. And you know, all the young players, they're scared to death of Jim. They're scared to death of him. They're just, you know, he's like the Pope, you know. And Rock's down at the end of the bench, got his glove and got his bat down there, just sitting there. And Hump was about the 3rd or 4th inning. He goes, Rock, come here, Rock. And Rock runs down there, got his bat in his glove. He goes, yes, sir. Yes, Skip. He goes, going to give me a pack of Marlboros. and they did it. And didn't even blink. And didn't even blink. And then he'd walk to him in the outfield. He walked around, you know how Jim used to talk to the players in the outfield. He had his phone going, he'd walk around. That was his office. And he'd talk to him. And Rock's sitting out there one day. He hadn't played in about 4 or 5 days. And he walked up to him, just saddled up to him, and, you know, hey, Rock, how you doing, buddy? And Rock goes, okay, Skip, I'm doing good. He goes, well, listen, don't be complaining or nothing. I'm trying to get you your pension. Don't say a word. I know you're only hitting 142, but I'm trying to get you these years. So just keep your mouth shut. And Jim walked away, and that was it. But my point is, the bench players got the message that they were bench players. Gary Varsho was not going to take Barry Bonds' job. John Wehner was not going to take Jeff King's job. You know, the backups were not going to take the guy's job. And everybody knew it, and it was right out in the open. But the way he did it, it was masterful. And all the players, you could ask Rock. In fact, I tell people this story. When Jim took the job at Miami, we got some good players. But the first 2 guys we got were Rock Wehner and John Cangelosi.
Wow.
To fit into the bench. And they played a big part in our championship.
Well, Don Kelly's another guy I almost forgot. Don Kelly fit that mold with the Tigers. He was another guy that Leland loved. Wehner told me, Rich, that when he was with the Marlins at one point, they needed somebody was coming off IL, and Leland told Wehner, hey, you know, you've got a little sore hammy. We're gonna put you on 15. I want you to go down there in 2 weeks. I'm going to get you back up here. You just need to go down there and get you some at bats. So go down there. We're putting you on the IL or the DL back then. So he goes down there to rehab, and Freddie Gonzalez was the manager of the, I don't know what your AAA affiliate was back then. Wehner goes like 3 or 4 days not in the lineup. Once in a while, Gonzalez will have him pinch hit, and Wehner finally goes into Freddie Gonzalez's office and say, I just want to check on things. I'm down here on rehab. I guess I'm going to be coming up. And he said, I just wonder why I'm not, what's going on. And Gonzalez says, Leland told me to play you like he plays you up at the big league level. So you're not starting. So like, what is this? When was the last time a big league player went down to the minors and sat the bench?
Yeah, I tell you, Jim was a genius in how he constructed the roster. And if you talk to all those guys, Varsho, Rock, all those guys, they loved it. And even though they were backups and seldom used, they were a big part of the team the way Jim used them.
It's interesting, too, because I think that's so different in this day and age. I guess this is different for a different time, different matter, different subject. But it seems to me that most managers don't have the authority that they did back then, like a Leland. Leland kind of ran not only the big league club, but the minor league teams. And but it seems to me that they basically, the big league managers kind of just get what they're given. And so, but he was like, I guess, a great conductor, Rich. Jim Leland, putting an orchestra together.
Well, when you have the name Humperdinck, why wouldn't you be a great
Yeah,
conductor?
that's true. That's
Music.
true.
Well, he was a conductor, all right. He was a conductor. Everybody knew who the boss. I remember one time a writer come up to him and said, "Hey, they made Davy Lopes a captain over here." And he said, "Who's your captain?" And Jim, deadpan, took a puff on a Marlboro and he goes, "Let me tell you, my man, there's only one captain around here, and it's me."
That is so good.
And that was it. And that's
so great.
Captain.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Do you have gold or unwanted jewelry? Now is the time to sell. Due to popular demand, the National Gold and Silver Refinery at the Holiday Inn in Weirton is open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Fridays until 4 p.m., with gold trading around $5,000 an ounce. Now is the time to sell. Just Right Home Care is here to help. Their dedicated team provides personalized in-home support, from daily assistance and companionship to specialized care, so your family member can stay safe and comfortable at home, with a focus on dignity, respect, and peace of mind. Just Right Home Care treats every client like family. Learn more today, because the right care makes all the difference. Just Right Home Care, 304-233-1414. Mike Noguet Law. In life-changing moments, you need a lawyer who's ready to stand firm. Mike Noguet has over 40 years of courtroom experience securing results in personal injury, medical malpractice, and serious criminal defense cases across West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. That's Weirton attorney Mike Noguet Law, where your fight is his fight.
And this is the Bucco Triple Play. And make sure that you check out our Facebook page and our YouTube page, and check out all of our shows. And our YouTube page, we have a lot of great content that we've had from throughout the year that you can click on and watch old interviews and from previous shows and so forth. Well,
what do the kids say? Like and subscribe. Smash that like button.
Yes, absolutely. The QR code, scan the QR code, the whole thing. Now, the Pirates going to Colorado, and we talk about how important it is to go out there and win. Then they're home with Seattle, the Rich Donnelly reunion tour, and then the Cincinnati Reds, a couple teams that have been struggling. Pirates need to be better than a 500 team at home. So you got to go out to Colorado and win. Then you got to win at PNC Park. Why are these games so vital? This upcoming schedule for the Pirates, leading to the All-Star break, then gets brutal. They go to Philly for four games. Ooh. Then they go to Washington over the 4th of July holiday for 3. They get a day off. Then the Atlanta Braves come to town and the Milwaukee Brewers. Then you have the All-Star break, and not to get too far ahead, but then they've got Cleveland on the road and the Yankees on the road. The upcoming schedule is going to be brutal for the Pirates. So you got to make hay while the sun shines, and you better be making that hay against the Rockies, Seattle, and Cincinnati. That's a heck of a stretch coming. But the thing is, though, if you're going to take that wild card or win the division, the Phillies, Washington, Milwaukee, those are teams you got to beat.
This, to me, is an important thing that we haven't talked about. As the season gets longer, players get tired. They get worn out. We have 17 off days. Be careful how you spend your off days. It sounds goofy. You can't be swimming and going out and getting tired and going out to Denver and climbing the mountains. You're in baseball.
Going to the track.
Yeah. Do something like that. That's, low key.
But when you and Jim Leland went to the track, that you guys were like strategizing for the team, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we never talked about racing one time. We were always worried about who's hitting third. It was always Bonds. Anyway, but be careful as you get into the season. Baseball is not like football and basketball. You get tired after one game. But after 100 games, it starts to wear on you. Take them off days. Take care of yourself so that you are ready for the run. The run isn't coming. If there's going to be a run, the pennant race, like a horse race, Don, doesn't start until the top of the stretch.
Yeah.
Then you see the horses go. The top of the stretch, August 15th. That's when you turn it on. That's when you take out the whip. In a horse race, you've never seen a horse get whipped coming out of the starting gate. They whip them at the top of the stretch to the finish line. So take care of yourself. Get in position to be in position. Don't be 12 games out in August. Try to be in the mix. Try to be third or fourth. That's okay. and then turn on the gas and turn on the jets around August 15th and take it from there. That's when the pennant race starts.
Have you found over the course of your career that the best players figured that out the quickest to, okay, I've got an off day. I'm going to go see a movie. I'm going to put my feet up, get something to eat, get a nap. I'm going to relax. Or were there guys that even though, okay, I'm going to burn candles at 11 ends, but I still managed to get it done?
Or I'm going to play 36 holes of golf and walk.
Yeah.
I mean, your priority is your team. Your other stuff is to relax. Like he said, do something relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the track, bet and lose. That's relaxing to me. It don't matter. But, take care of yourself. At the end of the season, I'm telling you, it wears you down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start getting, like you said, most of the good hitters, I don't care what they hit the first 2-3 months. Like we talked about Machado, whatever, and we talked about Soto.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the year, look at their numbers.
Yep.
They hit the second half of the season. When the weather turns hot, they turn it on. So the good hitters, usually, they maintain or get better. The ones who get off to a great start that have never played 162 games, like in the minor leagues, they get in quicksand about August. And all of a sudden, they were hitting 290. They end up hitting 230. So take care of yourself. Let's get ready for the run. It's going to be fun. Let's get to the top of the stretch. We're not there yet.
As we go around the Central this weekend, we talk about that tough schedule coming up for the Pirates. Tough one this weekend. The Brewers have the Braves.
Yeah, the Braves
in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, I go back to like we talk about this team got that team, this team. Every game it's like Jim and I used to talk about in the car driving home. We go, you know what? Every game that you win is golden. I don't care if it's against Steubenville Legion. It's golden to get the win. It's hard to get a win. It's not easy. And you're finding out during the season, the Dodgers came in here, right? They wiped us out. They went and got beat by the White Sox 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Because, they were up there. You can't get that way. You got to be even and just keep going, just keep grinding. That's what we have to do until we get to the top of the stretch. Then let's bring the whip out.
Also around the Central, the Cardinals this weekend, they've got the Royals. Now, that's a big rivalry there. Yep. And then you've got the Reds are playing the Yankees. The Cubs had the Blue Jays. So some tough competition for all those teams. So that's why if you take care of business, you can gain some ground this weekend.
Yeah, and I'm concerned about the Lars Nootbaar T-shirt sales this weekend at that game because they should be off.
They should be. And I did not look at Lars' recent numbers.
You just gave me my Christmas present.
There you go.
July 30th. I want my birthday. I want a Lars Nootbaar jersey.
You're going to get
for my birthday.
I'm going to tell my wife.
July 30th.
My wife don't know
a jersey. I don't want one of these T-shirts with something that's
you're going to get
ironed on.
No, you're going to get the real deal.
He's going to get a hoodie. It's going to say, "Who loves Lars Nootbaar?" It's going to be a picture of his face on the thing.
I do. We're going to get this.
All right. What do we got? We got 3 up, 3 down.
Okay.
That's the next place we land. Now my 3 up.
Okay.
The New York Yankees.
All right.
Aaron Judge is on the DL. Despite that, just how good and how deep they are, they just keep going. They just keep winning. They've won 8 out of their last 10. They lead their division. The Yankees are my up.
My 3 up is Drew Rasmussen, a pitcher that no one knows about.
He's on my fantasy team.
Who may be, well, you're a good guy or better. People don't know about him. He's 6-3, got a 2.8 ERA. He's been in the 7th or 8th inning more than any starting pitcher in the big leagues. Drew Rasmussen, my 3 up.
All right, my 3 up, a little bit of a personal 3 up here. Kyler Fedko. John Fedko worked with him at Channel 11, and his son. I remember him when he was a young boy, and his brother, and they were all about baseball. I remember asking John. I said, "So what are you going to do for retirement?" He said, "I'm going to follow my kids around major leagues. That's when my retirement." And I said, I hope you're right, but that is a tough task to actually get there. Well, they're both playing professional baseball. One's independent league, but Kyler Fedko has been called up by the Minnesota Twins. He has run driven in, does not have the first base hit yet, but just want to say congratulations to John, his entire family, and Kyler, of course, because making it to the major leagues, that's something.
Great story. And you've got your Nootbaar last game, 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah,
okay.
So, but I'm not jumping off the Lars Nootbaar bandwagon.
You can't.
3 down. The Giants, they took their they've made it public to everybody. Their top 4 stars are all on the trading block. So they're looking to retool and rebuild in Frisco.
My 3 down, I think I made him mad last night because I picked him before the game. And then during the game, he had a good game. Dansby Swanson.
Yeah.
He is the worst batting average of any starting player in the big leagues. I think it's 172. Yeah. But last night he had a big night. So maybe he heard through the grapevine, or maybe he watched the Bucco Triple play, maybe, and found out that I was going to name him, and he had a good night. Maybe he's on his way.
Hopefully, because he's a solid player. He's usually has a good batting average and everything else. 3 down for me. I talked about it the other day about how the Major League Baseball negotiations were going on, labor negotiation and everything. I was happy that they were starting so soon. Now I'm worried because Tom Glavine, the Hall of Famer, who's been in a room or two with negotiations, he came out and he said, now I feel like there's going to be a train wreck here and we're going to have a problem like we did in '94 when we lost the World Series. So now I'm 3 down on that. I was 3 up on the negotiations a few weeks ago, and now I'm 3 down because Tom Glavine's been in that room and he's saying if you try and get a salary cap or any type of limited salary cap, players aren't going to go for it. And Major League Baseball, and you know this better than I do, it's the strongest union in the world.
Never lost.
They don't lose anything.
They're undefeated.
Yeah, I don't want to lose baseball at the end of this year.
Cancel your spring training reservations. By the way,
that is why it is imperative for the Pirates to do something now and take advantage of it, because we may not have baseball next year, and we don't want to sit around with a year with no baseball with another just a bitter taste with this season. It's imperative. I don't care who they trade. Do whatever you can to make this team better, and let's make the playoffs.
It's professional
like Al
sports.
Davis would say, just win, baby.
There's only one goal in professional sports. I know they want to make money, want to sell this, that, and other thing. But the players that are in the locker room, Rich, you know better than anybody, all they want to do is win a world championship. So if you're going to go for it, if you have an opportunity, you have to go for it. You can't sit back. Well, next year it just doesn't happen that way.
And if the Pirates make the moves they need to do, if they make the playoffs, go to PNC Park, host a playoff series, win that playoff series, and next year the only thing we do at PNC Park is watch Morgan Wallen concerts and whatever. That's fine. I'll live on it for a couple years while there's a lockout.
We don't want to make fireworks night the biggest night of the year.
No.
We want to make every night. Hey, let's go to Buccos. So we're in a
you know why
nothing more exciting.
I've been to 3 fireworks nights this year, and what I like about the fireworks nights, everybody else stays for the fireworks. I leave and I beat the traffic.
You see the fireworks in your windshield.
No, they're gone. Yeah, I don't.
And here's the other thing. Everybody talks about, well, we have to do this, this, and this. We have to take our chance now. The New York Yankees have 27 World Championships, most in Major League Baseball. They've been around for a lot longer than that. So everybody thinks, oh, they win all the time. Everybody wins. No, it's a rare opportunity to win a championship. So if the Pirates have an opportunity to put themselves in the best position to do that, they need to do it, especially with the labor negotiations.
I do want to mention this, though, because we mentioned about coming up the All-Star break and so forth. Fans, get out and vote for your Pittsburgh Pirates as far as the All-Star fan vote. And it's nice that finally, we had it with Skeens the last couple of years, but that we're not giving that charity pick. We've got a guy just because we have to have a guy. Yeah. Brandon Lowe should be on the All-Star team and at second base. Go vote for him. And I'll tell you what, Brian Reynolds not only hitting the ball, heck, he's had 3 home runs the last couple of nights. He's made ridiculous home run saving catches in the outfield. Reynolds is having a heck of a year because they finally got some people around him. So
stuff the battle box.
Yeah.
You know who we have to vote for our All-Star? Producer extraordinaire Jordan. The patience she shows with us every show.
Yeah, because
it's unbelievable.
You guys have ignored this means wrap it up. And you guys don't know what it means.
You've positioned yourself with your back to her, so you can't see it. So I think that's what is going on more than anything else.
Here's the thing: we got to take care of this. The home of Major League Baseball, Fox, Saturday night. Cleveland Guardians at the Houston Astros. That's Saturday night. That's the Fox game.
I just wish that's Ramirez. I wish he was playing.
Yeah. That's a shame him being hurt. But also big news with Fox Major League Baseball. Fox has picked up a Pirate game, and it's at PNC Park August 15th. So the Pirates and the Red Sox
Right after the trade deadline. We'll see
on
the new
Fox.
Buccos.
Yeah.
There you go. And then Sunday night baseball this weekend, it's the Mets and the Phillies on Sunday night baseball. So there you have it. And you better root for the Mets, because if we want that top wild card, we got to catch the Phillies.
And this show, in all reality, it should be called the Bucco Quadruple Play.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Jordan's bigger part than we are. So
yeah, we wouldn't be on.
If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even be on. I don't know where I'd be this morning.
Well,
playing racquetball.
We hope you've enjoyed it. And like I said, I hope the Pirates can go back to your old haunt of Colorado and break out the brooms and have a sweep.
Was that your favorite place to go coach again, just because of the surroundings? Like
it was the worst.
The worst?
It made Jim Leland quit because it wasn't baseball.
No, but the mountains are beautiful.
Well, you try to sacrifice and get a run in the 8th inning, and then they score 12.
Squared around the bunt, hit a line drive to center field.
No, I mean, that's why he quit.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Right, we're done.
Okay, this has been the Bucco Triple Play, and each and every time, friend of the show, Dan Plezak, takes us out.
Mateys, go Buccos!